Oh, hi, my name's Ponchard. I've been reading over the past few months and years this mindless, indeed it's more than mindless, it's a perverted, degenerate abomination. It's an antisocial abomination. It, for example, it says, "O true believers, take not the Jews or Christians for your friends." This is an antisocial abomination, and indeed everything I refer to now is based on this ideological garbage. Most people don't have time to read Zimbardo's The Lucifer Effect, How Good People Turn Evil, nor An Inconvenient Genocide by Jeffrey Robertson, and the research in that is extremely thorough. And most people don't have the time to read Hammond's Slavery, Terrorism and Islam. Also Holland's In the Shadow of the Sword, and Murray's The Strange Death of Europe. It's imperative that people realise that Islam is not a religion. It's a mask of religion, where it disguises a totalitarian system which is complete. It's a complete life system, and indeed Muhammad himself is a noetic construct. You can't have him, he doesn't exist as it's written, because everything about him was written 180 years after his death. How are you going to know anything about an individual 180 years? He is a noetic construct for a totalitarian system, an antisocial totalitarian system where you have an elitist dynamic, in-group, out-group elitist dynamic, where they think they're superior to other individuals, other races. And these people are not superior. They are in fact inferior. Anyone who follows the mindless pap in this is absolutely inferior to any human being on the planet. This is absolute garbage, and the people that follow it are garbage. And something's got to be done. If not, I'm in Australia at the moment, and Australia has 500,000 people who adhere to that mindless dross. And if something's not done to eradicate that ideology, this country is in serious trouble. Europe itself is in serious trouble. There will be civil war in Europe within, I'd say, there is in fact a war going on now, but the mass media are not publicising the car burnings in France and what's happening, the grenade attacks in Sweden. If something's not done now in Australia to put a lid on these dissemination points, Islamic dissemination points for this mindless pap antisocial garbage, must be closed down. The ideology must be obviated. It must be destroyed. The people themselves, they're ontological marionettes of that mindless garbage. But I suggest everyone out there, in order to understand what's going on, and this is a 100-year struggle, and longer, it's a 1,000-year struggle. You must not let these people increase their population within your national boundaries. It's imperative. If you do, you'll have civil war there, and there is civil war in the United Kingdom by 2035, guaranteed. Sweden is degenerating into some terrible Islamist playground where they rape women and where women are told to dress modestly. I mean, if you're a woman out there, make sure you hold on to what the suffragettes gave you, because Islam will take it right away from you. It's imperative you do this, and it's imperative you read these. If only you can just read these. Right, there's 5 of them. Read those 4 books or 5 books I mentioned before. If you can read those, you'll understand the full dynamic of Islamist ideology. It's a totalitarian system masked by a religious mask, which it's ridiculous. It's so easy to see through. It's just a misogynistic domination system, and women around the world, you'd want to make sure they do not even get a foothold in your country. Anyway, I'll go back online later on if I've got some time. Okay, thanks a lot.